Good afternoon. Welcome to Inside Elgin. Great show lined up for you today. We've got a great band that we've never had on here before called 76 South. If you've been to various events around Elgin County or other places for that matter, you may have heard of them. Dewey, Ed, and Eric are going to play us a couple of songs. One of them is quickly becoming one of my favorite songs that I've heard. We'll tell you more about their website where you can find out where they're going to be later in the show. 2 days ago, we had Mr. Ron Elliott. He's the president of the VON, and we did a great interview talking about some of the different programs that the VON offers around the community. They do need to do some fundraising, though. 40% of their money comes from local fundraising, and all the money that they do raise stays within our community. They are going to be having their 4th annual Ladies Costume Extravaganza at St. Anne's Centre. It'll be the ultimate girls' night out with a purpose this time. All the funds raised from a volunteer-led evening will stay in our community to support home care and community services in Elgin County. It's $30 per person. They do ask that you book a table of 8 if possible, and then you get all your girlfriends together, dress up in whatever kind of costume you want. Ron said they've had nuns before, they had grapevine, so it should be a good night. Some entertainment as well. I can't think of the guy that's going to be playing, but apparently he's really good. If you do want to book your tickets or your table for that, you need to call Ron or Michelle Elliott at 519-631-3272. And I guess I should give you a date on that. Let me just look here. It looks like it's May 4th at 6:30 p.m. at the St. Anne's Centre. Coming up quickly, Saturday, April 7th, the Easter Bunny will be hopping into town, particularly at Pinafore Park. The 400 pounds of foil-wrapped eggs he's going to leave behind for the St. Thomas Kinsman's annual Easter egg hunt. They also will have 32 prize plastic eggs that if the kids find, they get a little bit bigger prize as well. The egg hunt and the face painting for the kids are absolutely free. They will have a few items for sale. There's hot dogs, juice, and coffee, as well as hot chocolate. Hopefully we don't need hot chocolate in the morning. It'll be a little bit nicer weather, a little bit warmer for the kids. Those will all be just $1, and that's all going to happen between 10 and 11:30, again on Saturday, April 7th. So tell all your friends there. It's a big weekend starting today from 5 till 8:30. The St. Thomas Home Garden and Outdoor Living Show will start up at the Timken Center tonight from 5 till 8:30. Tomorrow, Saturday, from 10 until 9, and Sunday from 11 till 5. You can visit a whole bunch of different local businesses that have everything to do with your home and outdoor living around your property. It's at the Timken Center, which is at 2 3rd Ave. That's the arena here in St. Thomas if you want to go. I think I'll be attending that one. If your kids don't have their babysitting class course yet, they can do that. There's a PA day coming up on April 20th, and if you want your child to learn some very valuable skills and gain confidence in staying home alone, this is your chance. If your child wants to start earning their own money by babysitting, this is your chance. The Canadian Red Cross is offering its next babysitting course, as I mentioned, on Friday, April 20th at the Canadian Red Cross office on Wellington Street, between 9 and 5 p.m. Your child will get a babysitting manual, a participation card, and a pizza lunch, all for only $50. If you want to register your child, you should do that soon because this course always sells out. Call 519-631-1611, or you can stop by the office at 141 Wellington if you prefer. Soon, almost time to go pick up your rain barrel from St. Thomas Crime Stoppers. They've been selling them over the last month or so to raise funds for their tipsters when you call in and report a crime. You'll be able to pick that up on Saturday, April 14th, but you do need to go online to order it. You can't order it through Crime Stoppers or through the police station. You need to go on www.rainbarrel.ca, and then you'll be picking it up on the 14th between 10:30 and 1:30 at the Sears store on Mondamon Street here in St. Thomas. I think we'll skip that one. Also on April 14th, big day at the Queso station between 9 a.m. and noon. If you have any leftover electronics that you're not using anymore, such as TVs, computers, printers, copiers, amps, monitors, etc., there are 44 different items that they'll let you bring in there to dispose of properly. They ask that you enter off of Manitoba Street and proceed through the parking lot to the rear of the building. You'll see the bins all lined up there. Again, 9 a.m. to noon at the Queso station, 750 Talbot Street on Saturday, April 14th. We're going to get into some music in a few minutes here. We'll be right back with Ed Porter and 76 South. Stay with us here on Inside Elgin. Welcome back to Inside Elgin. I've always been a country music fan. I got a great country music act in here right now. 76 South is in the studio at 535 Talbot. I have Dewey Walsh, Ed Porter, and Eric DeMonk. There they are right there. This is half of 76 South. You're not all here, but we can only fit so many in here in our little studio.
You need a little bit bigger studio for the whole band.
Well, we'll see what we can do. We'll work on that for the next time. So, Ed, you're originally from Mississauga, but you've been living in the Dutton community for the last 5 years. How are you enjoying Elgin County?
Love it.
Love it?
Love West Elgin. Love Elgin County.
Were you always a country music kind of guy?
My whole life,
yeah,
pretty much. I tried different genres of music growing up, but I always went back to country. Country's always been my first love.
Well, you moved to the right place when you came from Mississauga to Dutton.
Sure did.
I'm sure there's lots of country folk out there.
Absolutely.
So the first song that you're going to play for us today is "Mail Myself to Mexico." It's going to be on your it's your debut single off your album, and it's actually hitting the airwaves on April 2nd.
April 2nd, it's going to radio. Yep.
All right.
It's the #1 song right now on internet radio.
Well, why don't we hear that now live on Inside Elgin?
Sounds good.
We're going to play "Mail Myself to Mexico" with 76 South, and then we'll talk to the boys after that. Enjoy.
Every day without fail, I deliver the mail to each doorstep. I think that I'll lose my mind if I have to climb just one more step. Between the snow and the sleet, I'm inclined to keep losing my patience. Oh Lord, my feet sure hurt. I believe I deserve a vacation. Wish I could mail myself to Mexico, where sunshine and margaritas flow, and all the pretty senoritas go to dance barefoot in the sand. You know I'm tempted just to take a chance, buy me a box and lots of postage stamps, top it off with a big red bow, and mail myself to Mexico. It's easy to see how a man like me could go postal. I need the latitude where the attitude's kinda coastal. Oh, but here I am working for Uncle Sam like a puppet. I should be spending my days wasted away just like Buffett. Wish I could mail myself to Mexico, where sunshine and margaritas flow, and all the pretty senoritas go to dance barefoot in the sand. You know I'm tempted just to take a chance, buy me a box and lots of postage stamps, top it off with a big red bow, and mail myself to Mexico. You know I'm tempted just to take a chance, buy me a box and lots of postage stamps, top it off with a big red bow, and mail myself to Mexico.
Wow. That is going to be hot on the radio.
Thank you, Mike.
We'll be right back with 76 South. We'll find out a little bit more about these guys in just a moment. Awesome stuff.
Thank you.
Wow. Welcome back to Inside Elgin. I feel like I should have my cowboy hat on. I told Ed that I would wear it in today, but when I pulled it out of the closet, I had a little too much lint on it. It's been a few years since I've worn that, but if these guys are going to be around for a while, I'm going to have to clean that thing up. Come out to some of your concerts. Well done, boys. That was absolutely wonderful song. So that is actually going to be on the radio. What stations will be playing that so people can listen for it? Coast to coast.
All primary and secondary radio starting April 2nd.
All Canadian radio stations.
Canadian
only
for
right
now. We'll see how it goes after that, but Canadian for now.
Before the show, Ed, we were talking about the internet site, the internet radio site, where you posted a song up there, and somebody made a comment underneath your song that pretty big name.
Yeah, actually. Really big name. The internet site's called Spotlight Zone. We put that song up there just to see how it would go. Basically, what it is, it's critics in Nashville that look over songs and give you their advice and all that there. And Joe Mansfield, who is Garth Brooks' manager and was for many years, basically responsible for his whole career. He wrote a really nice comment underneath and gave us thumbs up and told us, we got something good going on.
Yeah, Garth seemed to do okay, so maybe
you
might want to take his advice and do well there. So there's only 3 of you here today, but we did mention that there's 6 altogether. Obviously, we don't have enough space here. Being from Mississauga, moving to Dutton for only 5 years, I guess you get to know people fairly quickly, but where are the rest of the guys from? How did you all get together?
Well, we've got Randy Varikin. He's a steel guitar player, probably the best in the business as far as I'm concerned. I know that's easy for me to say, but he's just an incredible talent. He's from Chatham. We've got Ralph Dame, who originally was a jazz bass player. He's now playing country, and he lives in London. And we've got Mickey Evans, who lives in Chatham. He's our drummer. And Mickey's an interesting fellow. He toured the UK with punk and rock bands for back in the 70s and 80s, but decided he's going to put his efforts towards country. We're really lucky to have him. He's fantastic.
Some great musicians there then. You want to talk about your next event, where you're going to be, so people can come out and see you? This is a big night.
Yeah, the next event is really huge. We're playing at the Buck and Bowl in London. It's at Richmond and York. It used to be GT's bar. Basically what it is, it's Alan Jackson's playing at the JLC that night, and the after party's at the Buck and Bowl. And
good
we're
luck
playing.
It's going to be crazy.
Well, tickets are going to be tough, definitely, to get, but we're excited. There'll be about 1,100 people there, so
wow,
it'll be a really nice night.
Now, if people want to come to that, how are they going to get tickets? You want to talk about your website real quick?
Yeah, you can check us out on Facebook, 76 South. You can go on our website, 76south.com. All the links are there for upcoming shows and dates, and we're also on ReverbNation.com. Okay. All our music's on there, and just check us out, 76 South Band on Reverb Nation.
Well, you guys have played with some pretty big names in the past too. You've played with Jamie Warren, Jason Blaine, Sammy Kershaw, Dean Brody, the Kentucky Headhunters, Neon Rain, and the Oak Ridge Boys. There's an interesting story about the Oak Ridge Boys. A little bit of hit trivia that I didn't know. We'll find out about that with Ed Porter and the rest of 76 South when we come back in just a moment on Inside Elgin. Welcome back to Inside Elgin, sitting with 76 South. Dewey Walsh, Ed Porter, and Eric DeMunk are here, just 3 of the 6 of this band. Now, you guys play quite a bit of charity events, fundraising events.
We do, indeed.
But this really, and thank you for doing that. That does take a lot of time and resources
it's our pleasure.
for people to do that. But this is your full-time gig. This is what you do for a living. You play all over the place, and I mentioned some of the names that you've played with in the past. And I'm just curious, can you tell our audience, the viewers at home, a little bit about the Oak Ridge Boys and what they were really like?
Yeah, we were lucky enough. We got to share a stage with them last summer, and we were done our set and went backstage, and they had come off the bus with their manager and basically told us, you know, you guys have something good going on here and keep it up. And I found it ironic that none of them wanted to shake hands.
They've got the Howie Mandel
They've
syndrome.
got the Howie Mandel phobia,
Yep.
but they're all really good guys.
Good stuff.
It was a really, really awesome experience for us, definitely.
Neat to hear that. Neat to hear that story. So the next song you're going to play now, you've got great names for your songs. "Mail Myself to Mexico" is the first one that we heard. This one's going to be "Bible and a Bus Ticket Home." And then to close the show, we've made an executive decision. We're going to hear a little jiggle in your wiggle. You know what I mean? All right. So Ed, Dewey, and Eric are going to take us away with "Bible and a Bus Ticket Home." 76 South.
This is for our buddy Hank Grant. Mama's tears fell so easy. Daddy's handshake was strong. As I climbed aboard that Greyhound, 18 and glad to be gone, I took a rented room on Broadway as I unpacked everything I owned. I found a note my mama left me with a Bible and a bus ticket home. Said one will get you where you're going when you haven't got a prayer, and one will bring you back, son, if your dreams ain't waiting there. You're out on your own now. We won't be there to fall back on. You know we're never farther than a Bible and a bus ticket home. The years have come and gone and taken. The only thing in life I ever counted on. And I'm going back tomorrow to lay flowers on her stone. I can almost hear my mama calling, saying, son, come back where you belong. 'Cause you got all you need to get here, a Bible and a bus ticket home. Said one will get you where you're going when you haven't got a prayer, and one will bring you back, son, if your dreams ain't waiting there. You're out on your own now. We won't be there to fall back on. You know you're never farther than a
Bible and a bus ticket home. 'Cause you know you're never farther than a Bible and a bus ticket home.
Welcome back to the closing of Inside Elgin. We've got a couple of minutes left here, and I asked Ed and the boys if they would play us out with one more song. Don't forget, April 20th at the Bucking Bull, formerly known as GT's in London. They'll be there. You can check out their Facebook page for more information, as well as their website, 76south.com. I want to thank Dewey, Ed, and Eric for coming in and spoiling me with some great country music, as well as you. We're going to go out now with a great tune, great name again, Jiggle in Your Wiggle, 76 South. Thanks, boys.
Thank you, Mike, for having us.
I like that jiggle and you wiggle, it turns me on. I like that jiggle and you wiggle, yeah, it turns me on. Yeah, I could watch you shake that thing all night long. There's been a lot of songs about the way a woman walks. There's been a lot of songs about the way she talks. There's been a lot of songs about most anything. When she gets moving, it makes me want to sing. I like the jiggle and you wiggle, yeah, it turns me on. I like the jiggle and you wiggle, yeah, it turns me on. Yeah, I could watch you shake that thing to the break of dawn. The game of love is fast-paced. You gotta have the goods if you wanna race. You got my motor running past the red line. Won't be long until I reach the finish line. I like the jiggle and you wiggle, yeah, turn it on. I like the jiggle and you wiggle, yeah, it turns me on. Sweetheart, I could watch you shake that thing all night long. Yeah, I could watch you shake that thing all night long. Yeah, I could watch you shake that thing to the break of dawn.
in Toronto, quit school, didn't tell his parents, and he'd sit in his room all day long and just learn the guitar. That's all he had bloody finger, like calluses and blisters and nails ripped out all day long. And he lasted a semester and a half before his parents finally said, well, how come we haven't seen any marks or anything at all? And he finally had to admit it and get home. But he learned how to play the guitar.
Pretty expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. How's your $8,000 tuition? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Place to live. So Monday's going to be Andrea Gruner and what was his name? Andy Boone, Ron Lampman.
Yes.
From London Golfland. Okay. We already did Monday's show 2 days ago. Just pre-taped it, so got to kind of remember who the hell was in it.